Hello and welcome to today's historic best of 3 deck tech and gameplay video on Tempo Ninjas, or basically ninjas, more or less. Ninjas, our little deck here, takes advantage of a mechanic called Ninjutsu, which is admittedly an older mechanic, although when we go back to Kamigawa in a year or whatever, we might get it again. Ninjutsu lets you pay whatever the ninjutsu cost is to return an unblocked attacker you control to your hand, and then you can basically replace it with the card in question. They usually have some sort of nice little extra feature when they do this. For the sake of the two ninjas we're using in our particular deck, it's basically drawing cards. The Ingenious Infiltrator works whenever any ninja deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. And the Ninja of Deep Hours works when just the Deep Hours itself connects. Now, more often than not, this won't necessarily matter. The Ingenious Infiltrator is a nice little touch with things like Changeling Outcast. Since it is a changeling, it has all creature types, including Ninja. Now, with that rough explanation of ninjutsu out of the way, we clearly want some turn 1 or very early drops to play on turn 1 so we can get ninjutsu triggered on turn 2. For that, we have Slither Blade and Changeling Outcast, both of whom are just 1-drop creatures who can't be blocked. Again, the Changeling Outcast is technically considered a ninja for the sake of our deck, which can be nice for things like Ingenious Infiltrator and some cards in the sideboard we'll talk about. The rest is just kind of wanting to be a just really annoying little like tempo style shell, some curious obsessions to attach to either our unblockable threats if we need them to generate card draw on their own, some Thoughtseizes for interruption, thought erasers for much the same thing, memory lapse, everyone's favorite counterspell to again sort of pad them out, removal spells like Murderous Rider and Heartless Act, and even Brazen Borrow was a sort of removal spell. Also, a slight little note on ninjutsu. You can ninjutsu a card that has an adventure back to your hand, and then you can recast the adventure. So you can get repeated use out of the adventure cards in question. Which is why we're running Brazen Borrowers and Murderous Riders, besides them just being good on their own. Land base, not terribly surprising. We have some Bolt lands, since they can either be lands or we can actually use their utility sometimes. We also have some man lands, single black castle, pretty basic lands all the way around. I do run Temple of Deceits, partially because I don't really have any good collection of like appropriate faster lands. But even then, as a sort of slower kind of deck, we don't mind running the temples, and that's the main deck. Sideboard of the deck is pretty self-explanatory. Negates for the buttload of non-creatures. Unmoored Ego for some of the combo-y decks running around. Whether you name that Sarah's Ascendant thing and that Jeskai Creativity, or whatever the name of the squirrel card is in that Infinite Life Gain trigger deck thing. Enter the God Eternal is a nice little anti-aggro tool to blow up a creature and gain some life, and we make a big dude. Leyline of the Void to really attack our opponent's graveyard if we need to. And we have 3 Vraska's Contempt because Historic, in my own anecdotal experience, is a format that loves exile-based removal. And that is my Tempo Ninja list. With that all out of the way, we'll go straight in to game number 1. Game number 1 with our Tempo Ninja list. We'll go ahead and play first. Our opponent's name, if I'm not mistaken, is a Game Grumps reference, which is kind of hilarious. We'll go ahead and keep this. This isn't the best. But we can make this work. We'll still go ahead and Changeling Outcast on 1. If we draw a blue source, we're cooking. But if not, we're going to be in some trouble. Yeah, we'll go ahead and Temple then, regardless. Well, you're 1 turn too late. We'll keep it, though, actually. I'm not the most happy about doing that. But our opponent has a Jingatha and is running Ancient Ziggurats. So I am... Oh, Slivers! Okay. Alright, alright. Ooh, Slivers is also kind of a... Or not... Jingatha is also kind of a free one with Slivers. You know what? I think... We'll go ahead and Temple this turn. It's not really the best. We'll go ahead and... Yeah, let's go ahead and attack with the Outcast. And Ninjutsu our Infiltrator in. Okay, Thought Erasure next turn is actually not that bad. We can Island next turn, Thought Erasure, and then hold up a Memory Lapse if we find anything that we're too terribly scared of. Alright, Predatory Sliver. That's cool. That's really not good. So maybe we actually just start killing stuff. Gotta get rid of the flying, otherwise we're actually gonna die. Go ahead and play the Changeling Outcast again, and we're not gonna attack. Hopefully we can make something happen here. Alright, Mana Wept. Good man. Realm Walker's like a low-key amazing card in Slivers. For anybody watching at home. This is really gonna suck. Yeah, I hate that I kind of feel like I need to shock bolt this in. I might very well not need to, but I want to be able to keep the... Oh, that's actually very big. Okay, so we have Memory Lapses if we need them, or Heartless Axe if we're particularly scared. If he plays like a first Sliver, we can always counter it and try and deal with that. We don't deal with the Cascade part. You know what? Maybe we actually let it resolve and then just Heartless Act when it enters the field. Go ahead and get rid of it now. Luckily, since they used... Hi, Caramel. They used a lot of their turn here. Okay, they're using some changelings in their Slither deck, which is an option. I know, Caramel. Daddy's in a bit of a pickle. Okay, so we'll go ahead and attack with our Outcast here. And Ninja and our Infiltrator, and we're just gonna try and look for stuff. This is a game we're gonna have to try and win in the sideboard. Getting card draw off our Infiltrators. Lands are not what we need. Oh man, that... I think we actually just lose, right? Yeah. They swing next turn no matter what, and I just die. Okay, we need more creature removal. Let's see. It's pretty good. Brazen Borrower's not that good here. Maybe get rid of some Thought Seizes since our life total is going to be a little bit important. We'll try and just run that. I do enjoy, though, going against a opponent who is committed to fun stuff. Again, we'll go ahead and play first. And not have the best hand. It'll do, because we can Thought Erasure into stuff. Maybe remove a particularly problem Sliver next turn. Yeah, Universal Automaton. That's a good one. We still need to do this, however. Let's see. The Cloud Shredder is something I sort of can't deal with. Okay, we get a land next turn. It is a shock land, which is a little unfortunate. Probably the mana wept. Yeah. As one does. We'll go ahead and shock it in. Playing the Outcast. Honestly, I'm the most scared of the Realm Walker right now, unless they've drawn something else particularly scary. The Realm Walker can give them card advantage that we're not in a position to come back from. Murderous Rider is not, in fact, a land, but it is removal. It's not awful. Shocking it in. Mana Wef, maybe put Jingotha into hand? Oh, that's what... Oh, god damn. That's brutal. Gonna go ahead and just swift in their Leeching Sliver right now. The Outcast can't block anyway, so we might as well attack. If nothing else, yeah, they can put the... Oh, they can actually play it this turn, can't they? Well, that's unfortunate. If we can Temple of Deceit looking for another land, would be ideal. Next turn, I either take 4 or they put a 5/5. I think I need to play the Rider here. I need to try and stem the bleeding a little bit. This is kind of an issue with like Ninjutsu. I just don't think there are enough good ninja cards to really make this work. I mean, there are physically a lot of ninja cards, just not really what I'm talking about. It's more that like they don't have good enough effects, you know? Like I could be playing rogues. We'll go ahead, however, and attack with the Outcast and put our Ninja of the Deep Hours in here. Hope to find a land, which would be great. Yes, take action. That's not a land. But that's actually fine. They are just in top deck mode right now. Of course, they could draw total gas, which would suck. Kind of like that. That sucks. But if he attacks, I will start, yeah, trading in with stuff. You and you. Now we gain 2, go to 3. You are land, which is good. Oh boy, what do we do here? We'll go ahead and enter the God Eternals, their Leeching Sliver. Go ahead and mill them. Our Changeling Outcast will get bigger, which is something. Again, I might as well attack with the Outcast since it can't block. And I'm actually going to keep everything back. Depending on whatever you play. I mean, a first sliver would suck the most right now. Alright! Hey! Although I do feel like that game was more one off the fact of, hey, we drew cards and had removal, and less because Ninjas was good. I still enjoyed the deck, you know, playing and piloting the deck from like a mechanical standpoint, but boy oh boy. Unless I'm missing some like kick-ass ninjas, which is admittedly possible. That came in Historic Horizons. I am not sold on them. Okay. Alright, that's actually not too bad. It's actually pretty good, really. We'll Watery Grave on 1, playing a Slither Blade. And then we can haul the Storm Giants on 2 and put our Infiltrator into play. At which point we have lands to, you know, do stuff with. Oh boy. Still stick by our plan here. Although, if he doesn't play a Lord and he goes to attack, the Slither Blade can block. I don't think that should really be ignored. Isn't that right, Carmel? I don't know where your sister went. Predatory Sliver would suck. Mana Weft is not that bad. He correctly identifies that he should not attack. We'll go ahead and stick with the plan of putting the Infiltrator in. Since I didn't have a counter spell, next turn, if he plays a land, he could just play the first Sliver and kind of blow me out. Well, that wouldn't be, like, something you... well, that's not fun. Well, that isn't something that's, like, I can't recover from. It's still something I prefer not to deal with. Diffusion Sliver is actually very bad for us. We'll go ahead and Storm Giant. We don't have anything else to do, so we might as well field blockers. If he attacks with a Diffusion Sliver, I think that needs to die. We'll see what he attacks with, so we can try and make some informed decisions here. He might just... oh, that's equally not that good. Again, correctly identifies that attacking is the wrong move. We'll go ahead and play an island. And play our Infiltrator out, since it's just the biggest body we have right now. We're in the desperate try not to die mode. We're in some trouble. I need a black source for a Vraska's Contempt if I want any chance of living here. He might just play it next turn? Or this turn? Which is a thing he can do. Alright. If I shock this in, can I kill that? Oh, target the Sliver. Ah, shit. So, we'd have to have another 2, so 5 goes to 7, which really, really sucks. Okay. I'm gonna attack with one of these Slither Blades, and I'm gonna ninjutsu something in, and pray to the heavens we find something playable off of this. Since this will let us draw 3 cards. And hopefully we can make something happen. That's not a good sign. Okay, that's a thing. Technically works. Okay, so we're gonna enters tapped. We don't have the mana to pay for that, so we can Heartless Act of Jingatha, whatever the hell her name is. Oh man, that Diffusion Sliver is really messing this up. Okay. Okay. It's not great, but we can get rid of the particular problem ones. Use the Slither Blade to just block the remaining biggest dude. Don't know if we live, but gotta try. 4 mana. Okay. So I should... okay, so if we kill this, it removes 3, but if we kill the Predatory Sliver, it removes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. So we'll enter the God Eternals on the Predatory Sliver. Didn't really mill anything that he cared to lose. But this is good. We're really almost turning a corner. Ah, shit. That's remarkably bad. Oh, that's... okay, that's game. Good game. Sometimes they just... they have the first sliver off the top, and then cascade into a flying sliver. I'm not even that mad. And honestly, a pretty good game. Woohoo! On to game number 2. And game number 2 with our little tempo ninja list. Again, we play first because we have a brain. Okay. It's not great because I'm honestly very flooded with lands, but hopefully I'll draw some non-lands, which would be great. Go ahead and outcast on 1. Would be lovely if we drew a ninja. Our opponent is a Luris deck. Playing Dragon Rage Channel. Okay. We'll go ahead and Curious Obsession on our Outcast. Start turning this into card draw. Let's see. Draw a card. Murderous Rider's not bad. Okay, so our opponent is a Lurrus deck, and they have Dragon's Rage Channeler, so they're going to be going for Delirium. So we're probably going to bring in... what's it called? Oh, don't kill my thing. That's rude. We'll probably bring in the Leylines of the Void. And that's the big one that I can see. Maybe Leylines and... I mean, honestly, you might just, like, bring in, again, Vraskas and Into the God Eternals. Might just be the correct course of action here. We'll go ahead and play a Swamp and just pass. This way, if they manage to turn on Delirium, we can always play the Murderous Rider in response. Oh, Thoughtseize really kind of blows. Okay, instant sorcery, you'd have to get a creature in there. Honestly, we just kill it now. A little preemptive, but at least this way the Thoughtseize doesn't hit anything like too terribly vital to our gameplay. Probably takes the memory lapse because he has a brain. Or maybe he takes the Awakening. The Awakening isn't really, like, pivotal to our plan. It's just a card we happen to run. Since you can get some value out of it every once in a while. I see the reasoning behind it. Since I have two of them anyway. What in the fuck? Alright, that's the choice. Let's go ahead and play the Outcast and the Rider. He can turn off the lifelink from our Murderous Rider. Also, sideboard hate in the main deck is always a good sign. That people aren't totally scared of that bullshit Splinter Twin Squirrel combo thing. See what they do. The Juka Bug from our opponent. That's not really that bad, honestly. What is that? I mean, I guess... Well, maybe... Okay, maybe that's not main... That just happens to be... Ah, shit. Maybe that just happens to be... good main deck life gain hate. Because it is an enchantment for Delirium. Which I feel like should not be so freely underestimated. We'll go ahead and play the Hive, since it's... You know... can be useful in our goal of killing our opponent faster. He does have to lose a life to activate his Vortex, which is actually kind of nice. Well, I won't gain life. He'll take an extra point of damage. So that's the Eternal Balancing Act here. Hopefully, they're going to have a hard time getting rid of their own Vortex, and it'll actually help me kill them. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put 2 1/1 counters on this thing. I don't even want to deal with it. He might just play another spell in response, but that's fine. It doesn't terribly matter. He might just remove, like, a Murderous Rider in response. Man, it's honestly not that bad. Since we can turn on the Hive next turn, we should be able to win pretty much any race. Yeah, you know, we'll just do that. I don't really mind or care that much what they get rid of. We'll go ahead and get rid of the Croxa with our Hive, which is really the big thing we're, like, kind of scared about. A nice bit of incidental main deck graveyard hate. We might actually cut our Thoughtseizes and Thought Erasers altogether, since we don't really want to some extra help for free. Okay, we can do something with that. The Outcast can't be blocked, so we get a free Ninjutsu trigger. Draw a card, maybe get something good. Hopefully not a land. That's just okay, that's something. We'll go ahead and Thought Eraser and just look to... yeah, see what's next on our top of our deck. Storm Giants is actively not that good. Hopefully, yeah, their Whirling Vortex is actually going to kill them before I even have the chance to. Okay, that Croc's a draw. Honestly sucks a lot. Gotta be honest. But depending on what they do, I can just animate the Hive and win, right? Yeah. I understand. GG. Hi, Caramel. You're very cute and Daddy loves you. Man, I have a quest to play lands. I don't blame you, but, like, killing me. Okay, some Exile removal in Vraskas, some Targeter removal in God Eternals, and some Leyline of the Voids. Don't really want to discard stuff for them. I love you, honey. Go hang out. Thank you. So yeah, we get rid of our discard spell since we don't want to help them discard any more than we need to. Maybe the Brazen Borrowers aren't that good. In this particular matchup, we gotta cut one more card. What do we cut? What, child? What is the last card we cut? That's a very good question. Honestly, probably don't need the black land, or the shock land, or bolt land, sorry. These different terms get to be a pain in the butt to figure out. Since our life total is going to be pretty scarce, and this deck is prone to flooding anyway. And they've shown to have main deck graveyard hit in the form of Bajuka Bugs. That is a no-lander. That is better. We'll get rid of one of our Ninja of Deep Hours. So there's that. Let's see what our opponent does. Soulscar Mage, okay. We'll go ahead and Seagate tap since we have nothing to do on turn 1 anyway. Probably just play a Swamp on 2 and Heartless Act their biggest, scariest boy. And there goes our removal spell. We might actually have literally just died. Yeah. We literally, I mean, that makes sense. That's just the reality of things. But man, oh man, that sucks. It does not feel good. I say, take the removal spell. Okay, that's better. It's not that better, but it's technically better. Oh man, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but we really just lose to a Thoughtseize. That fucking sucks. Yeah, we might actually have just fucking lost that. Blows. Chunks, man, that sucks. What does he have? Thoughtseize, so he doesn't have Delirium quite yet. Probably gotta be... well, okay, if I get rid of that, he'll have... I want to get rid of the Dragon's Rage Channeler, but I can't. Because there's a chance that he won't have Delirium next turn. Let's see, more card types, so he has Sorcery and Creature. And he has an artifact on the field, which I believe counts as an artifact for the sake of Delirium. Puts Lurrus into the hand. Okay. Alright, that's actually kind of good. we'll go ahead and just play the Murderous Rider. Hope it doesn't die to a removal spell, like, immediately. Land an instant, that gives him Delirium, but he is also... Well, he's down as Luris, but that might not matter to him, which would really suck. Honestly, he could have any countless number of removal spells. Life would be pretty goddamn miserable. Like that! That is fucking brutal. We practically lost to like one Thoughtseize hitting our early removal. Yeah, that fucking blows chunks. Hit for 3, we go down to 5, has a round up runes you can activate. Or you can just activate the creature and we die, right? Yeah, if he activates his hive, he swings in and I can't block. So I go down to 2. And then, yeah, I was about to say, the next turn he can just activate ruins on his upkeep. So we need some very particular draws to happen. That means nothing to me. So we need, yeah, like, any one of our countless removal spells. Okay, that's something. I don't know if we live, but we can do something with that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of the Dragon's Rage Channeler. We'll mill them. Granted, we don't really want to be milling them that much, but we kind of need it to not die. So there's that. See what our opponent does. Maybe our $1 million top deck of an Enter the God Eternal will be what we need to, like, turn the corner here. Again, he can attack freely with that, so I don't really blame him. Okay, we go down to 3. See what we draw. Okay, plays a black. Plays a bowman. Shit. Courier. Go ahead. Okay, we're gonna attack with the Infiltrator. Maybe he blocks. Okay, we'll take the card draw, which is actually pretty good. That's not what we wanted, game. So we can play the Infiltrator. Again, just because it has a relatively large body. I guess we can play a Hall of Storm Giants. He can't activate the Hive and activate his Ruins this turn, so he's got to make a choice. If he activates the Hive, we can block with our Infiltrator and our army here to kill the Tyrant. Or the Hive, sorry. His Bowmat gets in, we go to 1. There's a lot that kills us here, though. Take my tapped creature. That's the easiest choice in the world. I don't give a shit about that tapped one. I'm just trying not to die here. Okay. He might very well just attack and cycle the Bowmat, but I could be wrong. He might also block with the Bowmat to... No. Okay, so he's... Oh, thank you, God. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and... We can swing him with both, can't we? Yeah, honestly, we can swing him with both. Which sounds crazy. But with the Vraska's Contempt, I can think of nothing that terribly saves him. Doesn't really matter which one he blocks to me, so we're kind of good on that front. I think we turned the corner! I can't believe we did it, but I think we turned the corner. Alright, I'll take the card draw. I don't want to Vraska's Contempt the... How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can do you. Right, we can do you and keep the Contempt open, right? Black, black, blue, blue. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to... My original point. I don't want to contempt the Bowmat Courier when he can just sacrifice it in response and fizzle my spell. The 2 life will be what, like, allows me to live here. Oh my god, this game was so close! Presumably, I've got this. Let's not count my chickens and all that jazz. Okay. Activates the hive. I am going to contempt the hive now. Is there any spell in response that kills me? He could just be really badly BMing me and have a lightning strike. But, like, that card's not really run. Is that it? Have we done it? Again, if he... Well, okay, does he... He lives another turn if he doesn't attack, blocks with the Bowmat with my army token, and he takes 2 and goes to 4. But I could always activate the Stormshine here. Okay, he unholy heats one of my ninjas away. Oh, he did it with the thing. He has no cards in hand. Hey! Oh my god! I can't believe we got that. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, liked it. And if you liked me or my content in general, go ahead and sub. And if you down in the comments below would like to tell me how you might build ninjas a little differently, or maybe there's ninja cards that are really good that I happen to have missed or just don't have in my collection, that's what comments are for. I would love to see how you guys at home, or guys and gals at home, build ninjas yourselves. Anywho, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!